Hey, it's Jack, no K, Jack in the Attic. It's another spring summer knitting vlog. I definitely start with a cold weather piece and then I work on some spring stuff, but it's just what I've been working on. There was a gift knit in there and it's not seasonally appropriate. So we're just gonna jump right into that and then I'll meet you back here. Hello, it's me, picking up where the last vlog left off. I talked about wanting to drink a coffee and knit on a patio. I did that. I worked on the Eve Shrug. This is how far I got. I mean, not just on the patio. That would be a lot of patio time, honestly. But I came home and worked on it some more. I forgot how quickly the beginning of a raglan works up, and then it has me convinced the rest of the piece is going to be just as fast, and that's not true. But still, it was pretty quick to get to this point. I'm still on day one. And I haven't worked with worsted weight in a minute. So that's probably part of why it feels so fast. Now, this is not a spring or summer piece. It's worsted weight wool. It's Cascade 220, so it's some percentage wool. But it's a gift knit for Mother's Day, which is very spring. Does this count? Does this count? I'll get back to warm weather knitting after this. I know exactly how bad I'm slacking because you haven't even seen this, and this is how far I am. This is the leftover Signs yarn that I used for my outline tee. I decided I needed a head accessory to go with it. I'm gonna knit a shawl, but smaller. And I may add ties to the ends, I'm not sure yet. I don't remember what this is, I'll put it on the screen, but I think it's going well so far. And I may have yarn left over a second time because it's so lacy it takes up barely any yarn. So here's the project I've accidentally been working on in secret. Now I'll show you where I'm at on the Eve Shrug. I'm getting close to finishing the first sleeve, which means I haven't given enough updates on that one either. But sleeve is sleeve, so not a lot to show. Here's the sleeve. Here's the body. It's kind of hard to show you because it's all on a stitch keeper. What is this? What is this? It's all on the cord thing. So a lot of sleeve. This is the last sort of quadrant that I need to do. It started at this stitch marker, so getting there. I am still confident that I'm going to have this done by Sunday. Should I be? I don't know, but I am. This is how I find out I haven't been wearing my glasses all day. I'm so behind on vlogging. At least this isn't going to be a single week vlog, so it's not like I'm going to upload a big pile of nothing. I am adjusting to a new medication for my ailments, so if I look like that, yeah, it's rough. Anyway, it's the day before Mother's Day. I have a lot of knitting to do. I have 20 rows, 25 rows left on the sleeve, and then I have the whole body part to do. Body part? This ribbing to do still. So, we'll see. Sleeve comparison. I think we're gonna make it.
It's just not very good at what it's supposed to do. Yes, these are very interesting devices, which tickle the tisms and make lots of very satisfying noises. You are lucky to capture just 1/4 of the energy contained in gasoline using an engine.
Then all of the seam allowances around the edges are pressed in and secured down with a whip stitch, catching only the interlining layer so it doesn't show through to the front. Allowance bulk, which is especially important for tight-fitting garments like these.
Sleeve finished. I don't want to lose my stitch marker. And I need to lean over and grab the printed pattern so that I can remember how to do the decreases. but I am catlocked. Okay, several things. I just did the decrease row. I put a stitch marker on row 0 of the cuff because I am terrible at counting rows of ribbing. Sorry, I looked like I was going to get you. If you heard me say that I was still in the process of trying to grow out my natural nails and I was definitely just going to do that, yeah, I did not do that. This is Builder Gel. Don't worry about it. I used to have like unreasonably healthy, strong nails for no good reason. I didn't do anything special to take care of them, and now I feel like all of my efforts are backfiring. Everything I do to make my nails healthy just makes them worse. 10 rows of ribbing. It is 1:30 p.m. I think we're gonna make it. My hand massager is charging in the other room, don't even worry. In a twist that will shock absolutely no one, I have come around on tubular bind-off. I used to hate it, and now I love it. My first ever knit garment was entirely Italian bind-off. Excuse the upstairs neighbor ambiance. We have a new one who is talented at standing as loud as possible. Anyway, hated it, now I love it. That's how it goes. Another thing that will be a surprise to absolutely no one, the underarm holes, the dreaded underarm holes. I just use this end that I'm going to weave in to either like fake a stitch in there or tighten it up. And it always works out fine. Sometimes I will add an extra stitch on each side of the underarm stitches that I've picked up and then just decrease them, but I did not want to have to think about that with ribbing. If it was just stockinette, I absolutely would have. I know that's not actually a lot to think about, but any additional details to hold in my mind right now, I cannot do and I will not do, so I'm living my truth.
It's not like it was ever so beautiful to look at anyway. I mean, it's a penis. It's not a sunset.
I just started row 9 of 15. We're really getting somewhere. I keep saying that. It's still true, I guess. This is getting finished tonight. I am now confident that this is getting finished tonight. I just have to do these 5 last rows, make the little button loop, sew on a button, and weave in the last couple of ends. I have gone ahead and woven in most of the ends as I've gone. Of course, not the one that shows up as I'm saying that. Great, that makes sense. But still, I shouldn't have a bunch of ends to weave in. It's probably going to be like 2 or 3 maximum. Okay, cute. It's done, and it's only 7:50. Okay, it's 8 p.m. But it's done, and I have enough time to block it. And it's superwash, so by block, I just mean wash and dry it gently. It is also 2 sizes too small for me, so I will not be trying it on to show you, but you can see it. And you've maybe seen mine a million times. I don't know, it depends. It's dark and there's kind of a lot of noise happening, but my update is that now that I'm done with the Eve Shrug, I can go back to my little shawl bandana thing. Cat hair. I'm not positive where I was, but I'm pretty good about crossing things off in pattern PDFs when I'm done, so it should be easy enough to pick it back up. I haven't checked in a couple of days. Now that I have finished and gifted the Eve Shrug, I'm working a little bit on some socks that I just carry around and work on here and there. And I think my next big project is going to be starting over the tank top for my partner that I'm knitting as a replacement for a tank top that I knit for my partner that just doesn't fit perfectly. And it's made from DK, so it's just thick. There are so many DK tank top patterns, and I just don't think I agree with them. Yes, I've knit 2, 3 of them. Sometimes it's fine, and sometimes it's not. I don't know how that works. I'll show you the pattern that I'm about to start. It's brand new. No, never mind. It's not brand new. It was recently re-released in another language, so I thought it was new. It's not. Okay, this with the Bamboo Pop sock yarn, I realized I cannot cope with 2x2 ribbing and stripes in fingering weight. Again, I can't do it. Actually, the first time was not fingering weight, so I definitely can't do this. Or I simply do not want to. So much so that I stole my needles back from myself. This has been sitting for quite a while, so I'm just gonna frog it and I'm gonna do something that I want to do instead. Please ignore the bird noises. The cat is watching TV. Yes, I am trying to limit her screen time. We don't have to talk about it. So I finished the short row shaping for the back shoulders. I think it's done in a really clever way, and it's really just like smooth and clean and looks very nice. I've started on the stripes. I forgot about the issue with stripes on tank tops and not knowing where exactly the shaping is going to stop on the front. Like, am I going to be able to line up the stripes perfectly when I join the front and back? I have no idea. But since the stripes are only 2 rows, you know, if I have to make it work, it's not gonna be super problematic to either add or subtract 1 or 2 rows. Should be okay. Also, this yarn is so soft. It is delightful to work with. I might want to make more stuff out of this in the future. I have a knit planned for myself with more of this Universal Bamboo Pop sock yarn. Now I'm excited to get to that because I know it's going to be this soft. It has been an entire day, and no, I did not record anything, but look how far I've gotten. This is a lot more than I did on the previous version of the tank top. And in 2 days, this feels pretty good. And I continue to be delighted with the yarn. It's so soft. It's really easy to work with. Usually bamboo can be kind of slippery, but this has a good texture to it. Upstairs neighbor ambiance. The texture. So it really doesn't slide around on the needles too much. Update time. I am doing the underarm increase shaping. I'm really liking how the stripes are looking. I love a tiny 2-row stripe. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to joining and knitting stockinette in the round, but I'm obviously not even halfway there. So it's the next day. My nails are different. Here's my update. I have officially connected the front sides and moved on to the stripes of the front. So how many times can I say we're really getting somewhere? That's all it is. That's the whole process. Every step you're getting somewhere. I could probably stop saying it. We have an entire neck hole. Here's a video of my cat getting embarrassed. It's Saturday morning. Here's my tank top update. I think it's going really well. Here's the cat. You might be wondering, what happened to that green bandana you were working on? It just disappeared. And yeah, that is what happened. It did just disappear. I got bored of working on it. That's so weird. It is right here. Oh, okay. It is right here. I am at the part where I need to work the border, and I don't know that I've ever done it in the way that this pattern is calling for before, so I think I got a little intimidated. but it's Saturday. I have no plans. I think I should just do it. And I would consider finishing this the end of the vlog. I don't like to end a vlog with multiple projects just going and no conclusion. So I will actually start this. Let's go. Doesn't match my nails, but it coordinates. Okay, yeah, as we probably all expected, this was much easier than I thought. Does that look? That doesn't look right. I might go back and fix that. Okay. The instructions are really well written, and I had nothing to worry about. Everything's fine. And stop. And because it's just this border section, it's going really fast. Excuse me? Do you just attack me and change your mind? You wouldn't do that. You're just a baby. Okay, update. This looks exactly like this, so it's not wrong. Never mind. Everything's fine. I don't need to go back. My table is moving. Okay, don't let the dramatic change in lighting trick you into thinking this took a long time. I left and did other stuff, and it's going to rain. It has only been like 3 hours since I filmed the last clip, including the doing other stuff. Anyway, it's done. I was thinking I might have to add some ties to the end to make it long enough to wear as a bandana, but I think it's plenty long already. It does need some aggressive blocking. Cat hair. I do not have, the wire that everyone likes to use to block lace edges, and I am never going to because I don't care. And I can't even remember the last time I pinned something flat to block it. I'm really just in my wash and forget era of blocking. Hopefully that works for this. It's really bubbling at the point where the border is knit onto it. Fingers crossed. I cannot show the whole thing right now. It's just drying on the table, but look how it turned out. I know of like 3 errors minimum, but it's so busy. Like, and when I'm wearing it, who's gonna see? Who cares? The point definitely messed up. Don't look at it, and it didn't happen. Okay, so I am on my way out the door right now to the gym, but I wanted to talk about a couple things while it is still light out, before I am gross, and before my loud upstairs neighbors wake up. So I did finish the bandana. I have not woven in the ends, but I want to show it to you dry. I'm very happy with it. It turned out plenty long. I will actually style this and show you later, but plenty long to tie around my head. And on my partner's tank top, I have started the underarm shaping on the front. So this is where we're at. A good 40% of a tank top? I don't know, maybe 30. I don't know how long a tank top is. We're almost to the part where it's just stockinette in the round, and I'm very excited for that part. Oh, also, someone asked about these crochet covers on my headphones. Basically, my headphones, super old, started to peel. I improv'd these completely. I just got a piece of elastic, long enough to fit snugly around the ear cup, I guess. Crocheted around that, made a tube, and then started decreasing. It's completely jazz. So there are patterns for things like this, but you can also just do whatever, and it worked out on the first try, so they are really creaky. Sorry about that. Another thing I have been working on, but I haven't actually shown myself working on because it has been my waiting room project, is another pair of my socks without a name, the new sock concept I came up with, but I'm using the leftover yarn from these banana socks that I haven't shown anyone. I finished them at a weird time when I wasn't really filming anything, and so they just haven't come up. But I finished them. These I kind of did without a pattern because I remembered working on them the first time, the pair that I frogged because I didn't like the yarn. And I know how the pattern goes, it's that simple. The second pair that I'm working on with this yarn is actually in my purse. I can show it to you later if you care. They don't look like much of anything right now, but the point is I want to use up the rest of this yarn, and I want to test my sock concept in DK and fingering weight and cuff down and toe up to make sure it really works in every scenario. I'm like 75% of the way there, confirming that it works the way that I think it does. I have every intention of making that sock tutorial video. I absolutely will be doing that. So that video is absolutely going to happen. Don't even worry about it. It just takes a while to test a brand new pattern to make sure it really works. But those are my project updates. I will get actually dressed and style the bandana with the top that it matches and show that to you in a little bit when I film the intro and outro. But for now, it's back day. I gotta go deadlift. See ya. Okay, I'm back. I'm not that gross, thank goodness. What do we think? With my braids, I never know if I want to tie this in front of the braids like I have now or behind the braids. I kind of prefer this, but I don't know, options, whatever. I'm sure you could wear it multiple ways. Here's a slightly better view of the whole situation. I'm very, very happy with this top. I started filming, hold on, let's come back. I started filming a Me Made May video where I was doing a little bit every day just showing the me made things I'm wearing this month, and then I completely gave up on it. So I know that the clip where I talk about doing the elastic crochet in the back of this, that's in the other video that I'm not gonna make. So I can tell you that now. I did just from shoulder about here to shoulder about here around the back a surface slip stitch with elastic thread, and it fixed all of my problems. I can wear it normally without it falling off now. Is that enough proof? And I could also still wear it off shoulder and it's not slipping, it's not going anywhere, so that did exactly what I wanted it to do. So those are, in general, all of my updates. Here are the socks I said I would show you, even though there's not a lot to them right now. I had to stop mid-sock because I got called back. It's been a big week for going to the hospital multiple times. That's where my rheumatologist is, and I had to get x-rays. It wasn't like an emergency room situation. But yeah, a lot of waiting room time. This looks like more yarn than it is because it is completely empty. It's hollow. So maybe a pair of shorties, maybe ankle, maybe crew length socks. I'm just gonna go until I run out of yarn. That is the beauty of toe up 2 at a time socks. You just go. And that's it. So this was really another casual one. I do have a few more involved ideas for videos coming up. A couple that are actually already in progress. One that I think is the funniest thing I've ever thought of. And it's for like 4 people. I'm making a pretty involved video for myself, really, and like 3 other people. Yeah. But I think it's really funny, so I'm excited. The best time to check your teeth for lipstick is before you start recording, but the second best time is right now, so sorry if you saw anything. Anyway, feel free to let me know what you're working on. Are you getting into your warm weather knitting, or do you not do that at all? Some people don't do that at all. Some people knit cold weather things year round, and I feel like I just found this out. How did I just find this out? Of course yeah. And that is all for today. Don't forget to rest and stretch and take breaks, but as always, go and live your best yarny life, and I will see you next time.